Alright. Thank you. We're the grapes. Come to me, come to me. Welcome back to Chelssology. Guess what? I got your 2 fan favorites here. 3 I got into. Hot as heck up here.
And it's been pretty good.
Yeah, and we are in Yeongdusan Park. Yeongdusan Park here in Busan. So this is our new filming location.
Don't you guys like it? Aren't we just glowing?
We're just, look at this melanin glow right now. So today we're going to talk about making friends and maintaining friendships while abroad. So I hope you guys like it. If you want to hear more about it, then keep watching this video.
And don't we say like subscribe down below?
And don't forget to subscribe. Did we meet?
Man, it was actually an interesting story. Trekking in the Indies, yeah. And no, I'm kidding.
Basically, he's like almost the reason why I'm here. I shouldn't give you too much
I
credit.
was gonna say.
I don't know why. I graduated and I was planning on doing an international development graduate program, and I was asking this girl questions because she had done it, and then she gave me his Facebook, and then I creeped him and saw that he was in Korea, and I'm like, oh, what's he doing in Korea? That's kind of cool. And then yeah, that's how I ended up here. And we just talked via Facebook Messenger, and then we met up the Busan what's it called? Foreigner market.
Foreign culture market, yeah.
Foreign culture market. That was probably like the 2nd or 3rd week I was in Korea.
Yeah.
And then I met Spintu.
Yeah.
And we just hit it off from there. While you're abroad, I feel like social media is a very important thing. Am I right? Or am I right?
Black Power kiss, you're right.
And then there's Sri. Oh, okay. And especially like in Korea on Facebook, we have this group called Brothers and Sisters of Korea. And it's a huge community. I don't know how many members we have, but it's thousands of people. And we basically just post like cultural related things, anything to do with the Black community. Yeah, events going on. A lot of people will be like, hey, I'm in Seoul or I'm in Busan or whichever city for the weekend, and it's a good opportunity to meet other Black people.
And they have really interesting discussions going on about the current political climate, race climate going on.
Yeah, meet some fantastic people. Honestly, you
actually do.
Some wonderful individuals.
Like you can post like, hey, I'm in this area, who wants to meet up? And they will meet up. And I've met like a handful of people through that group alone. I've had really good experiences with everyone. So I really think that Facebook, social media in general, is major key to building friendships or meeting people, maintaining relationships.
And as well as you were saying, like also keeping in touch with family back home, which is super, I think is super duper important.
Yeah, and I'm a rare case, I know. I haven't had a phone I've been here for 9 months now. No.
Like, was it difficult for you to maintain friendships?
Oh, yes.
Phone, especially here in Korea, where a lot of people would
It was. So there's this thing called Kakao Talk, which is like equivalent to WhatsApp or BlackBerry Messenger here in Korea. It's what everyone uses to communicate for instant messaging. And like it's just the norm every time you meet someone, whether they be expats or foreigners and Koreans, they say, what's your Kakao Talk? And I would always just have a blank face. No ID, nothing. I just decided to get it like a couple weeks ago, and it's already made life so much easier. And I just feel it's necessary, especially when I meet Koreans.
I feel like when I travel, I'm just open.
Yeah.
So my Facebook becomes like a ground for me to like meet people. So I'm okay with just adding, people and connecting with people. Because you know, when you travel, you realize that expat community, that term, is actually quite small, and we need each other.
Tip number 1, if you are going abroad, is to make friends with the locals.
But one of the best things here though is like once you meet a Korean or something, and you're able to interact with them, including the foreigners as well. And when you actually go out together, it makes being able to communicate with other people, especially if you're trying to get a taxi or you're trying to just get it makes it a little bit easier just to be able to communicate. So it's always good to
always befriend a local.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the best thing you ever do.
Yeah.
Befriend a local, because you don't realize how much your life will be. It's really fun because you're getting introduced to like spots that a lot of people don't
like
go.
hole in the wall.
Yeah. Or like, and then it just makes it a little, Be friends with your locals.
If you also, like, before you do come to the country where that you're going to, do research and see what kind of groups and communities are there that you can like join. And so once you get there, the transition will be a lot easier. Like you could directly contact people and they would already be giving you tips. They know where you should go, what you should do, the process. They're familiar with the process. So make sure if there is any group that you want to join it. It'll be so helpful. Yeah. And you can already start making friends by that.
And also weirdly, have been in contact with people even through YouTube, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are going abroad, at least I did, I would always research on YouTube first. Like I'd want to watch sit-down videos of people talking about their experiences in whichever country. So of course if I'm watching other YouTubers, say in Korea or wherever, they're most likely watching me as well. Yeah. So once we start communicating, that's always a great thing.
Communicate.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's like the most basic thing, but it's like communicate.
Yeah, it's not just communicate with him like through cell phones or anything. It's like communicate face to face. Like it's good to always like once in a while go out to lunch, go for
It is.
There's a lot of coffee shops here in Korea, and that's one of the best things to do. Just go to a coffee shop, meet each other, drink coffee, or just talk.
I feel like I've changed like in terms of being a friend, and I view friendships differently since being in Korea. I put more value on face-to-face interaction, so physically being there. I don't, like, of course messaging is important, but if we have to communicate, say if we have to talk about something, I am more likely, or people here are more likely to message me and say, let's go out for lunch or let's go out for dinner. And especially eating here, there's such a huge eating culture. It's such a social thing, and it's very commonplace for there's restaurants everywhere, and it's a great opportunity for dialogue and discussion.
I feel like sometimes if you don't hear from a friend while you're traveling, I would be concerned.
Yeah.
People can feel super isolated.
Yeah.
So just a WhatsApp text or just a Facebook message like is super duper important. Like it can make a world of a difference. And just genuinely ask people like, how are you feeling? Are you okay? Like, do you need to talk?
How are you doing at work? Are you and your coworkers getting along?
And the thing about social media also is we all put up like our best front.
Yeah.
You know, so you're seeing all these fun pictures like, oh my god, they're having such a great time. In reality, it's like I'm just posting what I want you to see.
Remember,
Yeah.
lean on me when you're not strong.
You say it.
Carry on.
Remix. Okay, yeah, I got bras in Atlanta.
How do we feel about our relationships back home? Do you feel like you still have as good of relationships with some friends and family like you did before?
One of the best things to do is try and best not to overshare everything, because once you get back, you also want to have a story to tell, right?
Yeah.
So like once you get there, and that's when you're able to like, oh man, I did this. Let me show this picture that I actually took that I need to share on Facebook. But it's pretty cool. Like it creates more of like a storytelling atmosphere when you don't really share like everything.
That's a really good point, actually.
That's
I found that when I did exchange in the Netherlands, and when I got back home, I kind of got like anxiety, like a little social anxiety when I would go out and see my friends for the first time, because of course they have questions. How was exchange?
Yeah.
How was Europe? And I'm just there like, in a nutshell, it was great. Like I never know how to share it without, maybe personally, I just don't want to be the one like bragging, talking about it for so long.
Did you feel guilty that you were the one that went on somewhere and your friends are the one that stayed?
A little bit, yeah. And I still do, like I'm gonna have anxiety when I go home again. So I tend to just not share unless they specifically ask, or if it's a one-on-one. Yeah. And like my sister even calls me out on it. Like I talk to my sister all the time, and she'll ask me like, how was your day? Like what did you do? Yeah. I just came back from a trip. I was in Japan last week, and she's like asking me like, how was Japan? And I'm like, I had the time of my life. In a nutshell. Yeah. Like she's like, okay, what did you do? Yeah. Where were you? Who did you meet? Like she had to
probe it out of you.
Yeah, she had to probe it out of me, exactly.
But I'm very much aware that I don't want to be that person who every topic I take it back to like my experience traveling. Oh, I remember when I was here, I did this and I did that. Because you can give out way too much information, and people really don't care at the end of the day.
Yeah, after a while,
after a while, it's like, great, you had that experience. Like, girl, can we just?
Can we move on now? Can we move on now?
But I think it's nice to have, even if it's just one person, who can really relate to that experience. If you're lucky enough to have that person, I think you can like build a wonderful relationship.
Yeah. I also think I've become a little more sensitive being abroad. It's a handful of people that I consistently talk to, like we'll Skype and we'll always keep in constant communication. But it just made me realize some, like, at least I thought, good friends, once they're not really making that effort, and not saying that they're not good friends. I mean, we all have our own lives and we get caught up in day to day. But you would just think that when you're abroad, like, your good friends would want to keep in contact with you.
Sometimes it depends on the friend. Like, you have certain friends who you don't have to speak to on a regular basis, but you guys know the bond is so strong that no matter what, you guys will always have that strength that binds you. Yeah. And then there are some who you have to, put more of an effort to communicate with. So I think it's based on individuals and their personality. Some people are always like, when you travel, you like find yourself. And I know it sounds super cliche, but it actually is true. Like, you have to become super introspective.
You don't always have to travel like abroad. It just means like just going outside your comfort zone. Once you get outside your comfort zone, you start to really learn exactly what kind of person you are.
And choose your circle wisely. I feel like the people that you surround yourself with, obviously, like, will make a huge difference. And I really believe that you are like your peers, and they have a large influence on the direction of how your whole experience abroad will be.
And I think there's two types of groups when you travel, okay? And I've experienced the extreme of both. Like, you have the people who are super into the culture, and then you have people who literally all they do is complain. You don't want to be on that side because I don't know if you guys believe in energies or not. Like, I'm truly big on the energies that you surround yourself with, and let me tell you, like, you feed off of people's energies. I knew a girl who, not calling anybody out, but it was just every time she would just compare, like, oh well, this isn't like how I was back home. This isn't like how I was back home.
Sherlock, you're not home.
It's a family program here. Family program.
I don't think it's healthy for me to be around you because, like, I'm like, your energy. It's draining. Like, it's draining, man. I'm like, I just want to be around happy people who, things may not be the easiest, but it's about perspective. It's about how you look at things. That makes the hugest difference.
Lean on me.
But one thing I can say, sensey moment, guys, I'm so happy that I met you guys both. Like, I feel like my experience, we're sweaty, but it's okay. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I will link their social media below. You can add them if you want.
Please do. We're very friendly.
We're very friendly. And thank you guys for subscribing. Any last words?
Have fun. Stay healthy.
Everything is awesome.
And drink your water, people. Drink your water. All right, y'all. Peace out. A-Town down.